My name is Patrick Newcomb. I'm one of the owners of Aeroflex Logistics. We've been in the FedEx line haul space for about a year and 4 months. We purchased a business in New England and we've expanded into Savannah since then. We run about 16 trucks. We have 11 contracted runs, and we do a mixture of spots and solos, mostly evening runs, and we do about 1.4 million miles per year currently. My business partners and I, we've been in the aviation space for 30 plus years. We're pilots, and we've managed flight departments for large corporations during that time. And we were looking to build value for our own families and start getting into some entrepreneurial efforts. So we started looking at a number of businesses, and as we explored various business opportunities, FedEx really stood out due to their margins and the similar nature of that business to our aviation business. We were managing jets and pilots and mechanics, and now we're managing trucks and drivers and mechanics. So it's a very similar business model. So we had a lot of experience in that space, and we felt like our skill set would transition very easily over into the line haul business. Well, we're kind of unique. So we did a good 6 to 8 months worth of research. We talked to a lot of industry experts, a lot of existing contractors, and it became very apparent to us that we wanted to build the right mousetrap right from the beginning of our operation. So we looked at various software packages, tools that we can employ in our business to make us efficient right from the beginning. And myGroundForce stood out as the leader in that space when it came to managing our overall business. We needed visibility into the specific metrics of our business, and we needed data to run to make good decisions within our company. So myGroundForce brought that to the table, and we immediately built a very, I would say, fraternal relationship with Tim Goff. He and I both were aviators and are aviators. So we had a lot of things in common, and we could relate on a business level and personal level. So he helped us to build out our business within myGroundForce right from the beginning. So I can't really speak to how it was before, but I couldn't imagine running our business without his software. There's a lot of metrics that you've got to track and maintain. I mean, obviously you've got driver compliance issues with their CDL expiration date, their medical, their training, how to calculate their payroll. And then from the vehicle standpoint, you're looking at, when your DOT inspections are expiring. And so there's a lot to track and keep up with. And that can be pretty challenging if you're doing it without some sort of technical tool to manage. So myGroundForce brought that to the table. It gave us amazing analytics into our business. From a snapshot dashboard level, we can see exactly what we're getting paid each week, how many miles we ran. We can see trucks that are getting good gas mileage and other trucks that aren't, so we can identify issues quickly and really get down into the weeds. It also identifies missing revenue. One of the things we realized when we were evaluating the business we were purchasing was they left about $85,000 on the table the year before because they weren't even aware that they hadn't got paid for those miles. And myGroundForce makes it very easy to identify that missing revenue and then helps us to submit the request to get refunded for that. And it also makes MMRs or monthly maintenance reports and things like that we have to submit weekly, very easy for the company to accomplish each week. So it frees up our time as owners and managers. If I had to put a number on it, I would say it would be north of maybe $50,000 that we have either made or saved through employing the software. Our long-term goal is to grow within the FedEx space. We're also looking at opportunities outside of FedEx. And myGroundForce allows that scalability because we've professionalized all of our operation, myGroundForce being a large component of that. So we can bring on more drivers, more trucks very easily because they plug right into the system, and we can immediately track all that activity. So I think it would be very difficult to grow without a program like this. If we didn't have myGroundForce, tracking driver compliance, tracking vehicle performance, having analytics behind our miles per gallon, our revenue, would be very challenging. So I would say I probably put in about 8 hours a week into the administrative functions of the business, and it would be significantly more if we didn't have myGroundForce. We use myGroundForce a lot, and the customer service is amazing. They know us very well because we reach out to them, and a lot of times it's issues that we're creating. So they're very responsive. They return our emails very quickly, and they resolve our issues. So we've been very pleased with the customer service aspect of the company. I've met a lot of contractors at the summits here each time we come. Some are getting into the business, some are in the business, and I've had the opportunity to talk to several of them. And I highly recommend getting into myGroundForce because it will save you a lot of money, a lot of time, and quite frankly, I couldn't imagine managing a business like this at the size that we're at without myGroundForce. So it's a critical piece of your operation and your technology that you have to implement.